Hi everyone, Scott Smith, Rusnak BMW. Look what I have here. BMW M2 in the Long Beach Blue Metallic. Let's get some rev time. Oh man, oh that is awesome, isn't it? Man, that is a beautiful car. All right, let's watch this thing spin around. So some stats on this is 176 inches long, 73 inches wide, and 55 inches tall. Weighs about 3450 in curb weight pounds. Now the engine, you've got your, it's based off the N55 engine. It's got a single turbo dual scroll technology, 365 horsepower, 343 in regular torque, but it does have an overboost of 26 foot-pounds of torque at full throttle, depending on the dynamic stability control settings of 369. So who is driving this? Hi, Elnaz.
Hello.
Hi.
Last rev just got a little out of control.
Oh, that was awesome.
It's good to be back. So
Good to see you.
we have the most anticipated car of the year, our 2016 M2. Now, should we talk about design?
Yes, please do.
So this car was inspired by some of our original racing cars, the 3.0 CSL 2002 and our E30 M3. And it also borrows a lot of design features from all the other M cars that we have currently in our lineup. If you look at the front end, it reminds you of the X6M, X5M. This opening right here, right, the front mouth. Moving to the side of the car, and before I move actually to the side, we do have the double spoke M grills in the front.
Very nice signature touch.
Yes, unique to our M cars, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
We have the M side grille that was taken from our M6, and you see this design feature on some of the other M cars that we have, like the M3, M4. This car has the widest fender flare out of any other production vehicle that we've ever built, aside from our race cars. So.
Special note about this too, guys, is that the M2, the front and rear track is 2.5 inches wider than the M235. So that's why when you do see this stance next to an M235, it's definitely got a radical different look, a different presence, a different feel. I've driven in it now a couple times, and it's definitely a different beast. So,
and we also have, as Germans like to call it, the Zico line. That's this line that goes through the car. There's actually a purpose for this line. It's not just there because we wanted to put a line across the car. If you look at the car from the side, it makes it look like it's lower to the ground. It's cutting the car in half, and it makes it look that it's more pushed to the ground. So
great shadowing. Yeah.
Moving to the rear end, we do have the spoiler that was taken from our M235i. It is functional. It worked great on our M235i, so we decided to have it on our M2 as well.
Especially on the track you were on just a few weeks ago,
yes.
huh?
That really helps. You have the quad exhaust in the back, as you guys saw how amazing it sounds.
Yes.
And then the diffuser, this is the same diffuser on the X6M, X5M.
But very unique look. It looks, I mean, it definitely does say a statement compared to the M3 and the M4.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
And then we also have this design on the side that looks pretty similar to our X6M.
Yeah, very nice.
And let's show you the trunk space. Oh, it seems like it's locked.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead
Just the stance of this car. And you got two 85 series in the back, two 65s in the front, or excuse me, two 65s in the front, two 45s excuse me guys, two 65 series in the rear and two 45 series in the front. So you definitely got some good stance. And then you can see the seats here. You just drop the seats from here.
Right, so you have a lot of space once you drop the seats.
Yeah, you want to drop those real quick? That way we can show them. And this is the style 437M 19-inch wheels that we do have on this car here. You know, pretty much the same wheel you'll see on the M3 and M4. And your M compound brakes.
Right, and one thing since we're talking about the wheels is that it's the same wheel and brake pads and rotor as the M4, but it's different tires. These tires were specifically designed for the M2 by Michelin and they're called the Super Sport tires.
Nice.
And no run flats are offered on this car. As you know, it's a performance car, so.
And the
no
M
run flats.
carbon brakes are
Also,
4
4
pistons.
pistons in the front, 2 in the back.
Great. And you got a 15-inch rotor in the front and a 14.5-inch rotor in the back.
Yes. So going back to the trunk space, as you can see, it's pretty roomy. I was only able to drop one side.
Sure.
But
Yeah, you do have some utility, which is nice there. And then you got the traditional
battery pack
gel
in the
pack back here that you've got for the tire if you get a flat tire, and then your batteries in the back for better balancing. All right.
So shall we move in
Inside? Sure. Let's do that. I'll wait till she unlocks. There we go. All right. What about this stitching, Elnaz?
I know, right? The blue stitching. So probably the
awesome.
first thing that will catch your attention is the open pore carbon fiber trim that we have in this car. It's exclusive to the M2. So this is the only interior that you can get on the M2. Black with the open pore carbon fiber. And this one, since it's the Long Beach blue, you do have the blue stitching on the seats as well.
Very nice. And let's check out the back seat. Move this forward, and you can see you got your symbol right there on the seats, which is nice.
And a lot of room in the back.
Yeah, and you do have the air conditioning system, which is normal for the 2 Series in the back too. For your 2 passengers, it is a 2+2. And you can see the signature stitching goes all the way to the back seat. All right.
And if you look at the side doors, we have 2 bottle holders now and some other extra room for storage.
There we go.
Now, one thing is good to mention about this car is that it's ready to go out of the box, so you don't need to change pretty much any setting on it. That's why you're not going to see the Driver Logic button or your M1 or M2 settings. So again, it's ready to go. You can just take it out on the track or do street driving anytime that you like. So.
Okay. Let's check out the dash layout there. You can see very similar, narrow,
Okay.
compared to the M235. Very nice.
And you still have your driving dynamic buttons, Sport, Sports Plus, and Comfort. No Eco Pro. It's a sports car. I don't think we need.
Yeah, and they gave us cup holders.
Exactly.
All right.
I know, right? You have your heated seats, just like our other cars. Your climate control.
And the one thing was there wasn't a whole lot of options or packages that you
Right.
could
So there's
add.
only
Is that
2
correct?
packages on this car. You have the executive package, or your dynamic. Your DCT, dual clutch transmission. So those are the only 2 packages that you can get on this car. So,
And then the 4 colors we have is Alpine White, Black Sapphire,
black
Metallic.
sapphire, metallic, gray, and also Long Beach blue
Mm-hmm.
with 1 interior trim. So
That's right. So you want to go ahead? We'll go underneath the hood.
sure, let's pop the hood.
And that is the mineral gray metallic that we do have available. So they made it pretty simple on these, you know. Definitely a very true M vehicle, but just didn't want to overload with a bunch of options and different things and colors. Keep it simple.
Exactly. So it's the same engine as our M235i, the N55 engine, but we added some M4 components to up the horsepower. So if you want to talk about the...
Yeah, definitely, guys. So it is the 3-liter N55. So it does have a single turbo dual scroll technology that we have, which is legendary to the N55. As I mentioned earlier, remember 365 horsepower and a total of 369 in torque. Now the 0 to 60 through BMW is 4.1. With the manual, they state it's a couple tenths slower. So I know some of the magazines out there have done some really nice tests, and you should see some very nice times coming from them also.
Right, and you also have the option for launch control in this car as well.
Yes.
Just have to make sure you reach your braking point before you actually try it. So.
That's true.
We
Drive
have-
safe.
Exactly. We have the air vents in the front. These are all actually open, which is nice.
Functional.
Because, exactly. We need all that air intake that we can to help with cooling down the engine.
Great.
So, because a sports car is not useful if you can't keep it cool.
All right. And then if you guys want to see more of Elnaz, just check her out at her
So my YouTube account is Elnaz Togian, and my Instagram would be bmw.lov3. We'd love to see you guys on there. One thing before we finish this video is that we do offer M Performance parts on this vehicle, so if you'd like to customize it, you do have the option to get M Performance parts like the black kidney grills, the black mirror caps, diffuser, and some of the other options.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys want to, go ahead and go custom build your own M2 on bmwusa.com. And hey, if you guys like the video, please share with your other media sources. If you got any questions or anything, please go below or go to the About section of my channel and just shoot me an email. All right.
Watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.